Hello friends, welcome to Total Recaps. Today we are going to explain a movie named Nanpakal Naratha Mayakam, released in 2022, but here first I will tell you the movie literal meaning is an afternoon dream. So now without wasting time, friends, sit with popcorns and enjoy this mystery/drama movie. At the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to a character named James who belongs to a Christian family and lives in the Indian state of Kerala, where he works in a cinema hall, and at present he had come to visit Tamil Nadu with his family and his neighbors, which is another state of India. Here these people explore different churches, and now these people would have been going back to their home in a normal bus. On the way, these people stop at a small restaurant to have food, where James appears quite irritated while eating because James used to belong to Kerala and that is why he liked the culture and food there. In fact, here he also finds the tea very sweet. After eating food, everyone comes back to the bus and their further journey begins. But on the way the bus driver starts playing Tamil songs, something like this: play any Tamil song. But listening to them, James gets even more irritated. That's why he goes to the driver and requests to play Malayalam songs. While listening to these songs, all the travelers present in the bus fall asleep. But after a while, James wakes up in the middle of the way, and after waking up, he immediately asks the bus driver to stop the bus. After stopping the bus, James starts walking through a field towards a small village, and here, passing through some narrow streets, he stops directly outside one house, where he feeds the cow tied outside the house, and then he changes his clothes and goes inside the house, where he finds an old lady who just had an eye operation. Here James starts talking to this old lady in Tamil and calls her mother. Then tells that old lady that, "Mother, why are you wearing black glasses?" The old lady tells James that she has just had an eye operation, so the doctor has given me glasses to protect my eyes. After this, James goes inside a room where he sees a woman sleeping, and now he starts changing his shirt there. After hearing some sound, the lady lying there wakes up, after which James says, "Sharda, you are still asleep. Come on, no problem. I make tea for myself and for you." But when James goes to the kitchen, all the food items were over there. Due to this, now he leaves the market to get groceries by taking a bike parked outside the house. Then here some other members of the house come who see James carrying the bike, and they was very confused because they could not understand that, who is this man? Why is this happening? Actually, here James was behaving as if he was a part of this family while no one even knew him. Now because James had gone out to get groceries on bike, but those people think that it is some thief who is running away after stealing bike. That's why those people start running behind James saying, "Thief, thief." On the other hand, James's actual wife and her son are very upset, after which they come to know from the bus driver that James has gone alone to the nearby village. Due to which James's family members and some of his neighbors come to the village to find James. Here James leaves in front of his wife and son as if he does not know them both. Seeing this, James's family, his neighbors and the villagers were quite confused as to why this man was behaving so strangely. On the other hand, Sharda starts realizing that the way James behaved with her was exactly the way her husband Sundaram used to treat her. The scene then shifts and we are once again shown James worshipping a Hindu god outside a temple, even though he himself was a Christian. After leaving here, James goes to a community hall where many people were sitting and talking among themselves. Here James starts talking to those people in such a way that he has known them all for a long time, but these people were not recognizing James at all. But the surprising thing here was that James even knew the names of all the people present there. Now after this, James goes to a tea shop where as an audience we notice one thing, that earlier James did not like Tamil Nadu sweet tea at all, but now he was drinking tea by adding some extra sugar. Now after this he starts dancing on Tamil songs with some people. But the surprising thing here too was that James did not like Tamil songs. We then see that James goes to a small restaurant at night where everyone is drinking. After enjoying there for a long time, James comes back to the same house from where he picked up the bike. Now after this, James is sitting and talking to the old man of that house. Then James's neighbors and his family members come here. After this, his wife tells him that, "Why are you talking in Tamil language, and why are you behaving like you don't even know us?" Here James's neighbors also ask him to go back. Here the villagers of Sharda also ask James that, "Why are you roaming in our village since morning as if you are from here?" But hearing this, James says very angrily that, "Who says I am not from this village? I, Sundaram, was born in this village, and my father and grandfather were also born here." Hearing all this, James's wife gets very upset, but on the other hand Sharda's family was quite shocked because the Sundaram whose name he just took was none other than Sharda's husband. In the night we come to know from the conversation of the villagers that 2 years back Sundaram had gone out of the village for some work, but he did not return home after that. Now those people were surprised because today after 2 years James is coming to this village and reacting as if he is Sundaram. Hearing all this, old uncle, a neighbor of James, says that, I want you guys to let James stay here tonight and wait till morning. Maybe James will be all right by morning. After this, now everyone waits for the morning. But the next morning James is the first to wake up early in the morning and goes out to sell the cow's milk. But no one was buying milk from him because everyone said that some other milkman comes to our house to sell milk. James gets very upset hearing this and says to himself that till yesterday everyone was buying milk from me, but why is this happening to me today? After this, James remembers that he had to go to the post office today. That's why he leaves from the post office. Seeing the condition of James since morning till now, his family members and the people of this village had understood that James' condition has not yet become normal. James had reached the post office on the other side. Here he fills the form to withdraw the money and signs it and gives it to the accountant. Here the accountant notices a very strange thing, that James's signature exactly matches Sundaram's, but their looks didn't match at all, so he refuses to give the money to James. Because of this, James gets very confused, and while coming towards the house, he was thinking that, why are the people of his village not recognizing him? On the way, James sees a temple being built, seeing which he is very surprised and starts thinking that till yesterday there was no temple here. Well, after that he goes straight to a barber to get shaved, and there he tells a boy that, I will not shave you, you call your uncle. The barber was very surprised to hear this, and he tells James that, my uncle died 6 months ago. After which he also shows the picture of his past uncle, and here James was very surprised to see the picture because the date mentioned above that uncle's photo was year 2011, whereas James felt that it was year 2009. After this, James finally sees himself in a mirror, and he was quite surprised as he had already accepted that he is Sundaram. But this face was not Sundaram's. After that he comes to his home dejected and eats food with Sharda's family members, after which he starts crying while eating food. After eating, James goes to Sundaram's mother and says that you will take care of your eyes and keep taking medicine so that you can get well soon. Here this old lady says that the villagers have told her that her son Sundaram has come back, so I want my eyes to recover soon so that I can see you. Hearing this, James becomes very emotional and tells that old lady that, mother, you will get well soon, but you will never be able to see me. Sundaram leaves from here saying this. But one thing we notice here is that even though James had gone out of the house, his shadow was still frozen on wall. After leaving the house, he realizes that he is in another village and his clothes have also changed. James then recognizes his wife and his son and asks them, what are you guys doing in this village? Now seeing this, the neighbors of James and the villagers also understand that James is completely normal now, that is, he is no longer Sundaram. After this, we finally see James leaving for Kerala with his neighbors and his family. But in the end, a dog from this village starts running behind the bus and barks loudly, and with this the movie ends here. Although the concept of this movie is very different, but after the movie is over, there will be a lot of confusion in your mind that what happened at the end of this. So let's discuss some theories. The first theory is that when James is going back to Kerala by sitting in his bus, and then when they all pass by Sundaram's village, Sundaram's soul comes inside him at that time. Means there probably lived a man named Sundaram who mysteriously disappeared 2 years ago, after which the family members of Sundaram think that their son is dead. But perhaps this was the truth because Sundaram's soul had entered James's body and he was following his daily routine by coming to his village, like going to sell his milk, going to the post office and trying to withdraw money from there. Perhaps after death, Sundaram's soul started wandering around his village, and when he found James's body worthy of him, he started his life from the same day he disappeared, i.e. from the year 2009. But when James finally goes to a barber shop, he realizes that it is the year 2011. Then when he sees his face in the mirror, he realizes that he is not Sundaram at all. Then later, when Sundaram realizes that he is in James's body, then in the scenes that follow, we can clearly see that Sundaram starts reacting in James's body as if he is going to leave all this. And that is what happens in the end. Then we see in the last scene that James had gone out of this house, but the shadow of Sundaram's spirit was still on the wall. This means that Sundaram left James's body. Well, this was the first theory. Its second theory is that nothing happened in real life as happened with James in this movie after getting off the bus. It was just a dream of James sleeping in the bus. This is because if we also pay attention to the title of the movie, then I told you that its literal meaning is afternoon dream. So this was the explanation of this movie and two theories of a mysterious endings. Which of these theories do you think is more true? We'll definitely tell in the comment. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.